I'm going to show you how to calculate the gram formula mass of a compound. Let's take calcium chloride. And what I would do is when I look at this formula, I realize that there's one calcium. And then I look up on the periodic table and I see that the molecular mass of calcium is 40 grams per mole. Okay, so 1 times 40 means this will be 40 grams per mole. I look at the formula again and I realize that there's going to be 2 chlorines. So I have 2 chlorine in that compound, and each chlorine is worth 35.5 grams per mole. Chlorine happens to be one of the few that I won't round off. I'll keep that tenths place. So 2 times 35.5 is going to be 71 grams per mole. Now all I do is I add that up. That's going to be 111 grams per mole. Okay, that is the gram formula mass right there. 111 is the gram formula mass for calcium chloride. So that means if I have 111 grams of calcium chloride, I would have 1 mole of calcium chloride. It also tells me that I would have 6.02 times 10 to the 23rd calcium chloride formula units. Okay? Now here's another one that I'll do. This one's more complicated. Okay? Here I'm going to do aluminum, this compound, AlCO3, 3 times, dot 4H2O. Okay? This is called a hydrate, and I explained a hydrate in class, so you can figure it out from your notes. But I want to break this apart. Okay? And right there, starting off, I have 2 aluminums. Okay? So 2 aluminums. Looking at the periodic table, I realize that the mass of each aluminum is 27 grams per mole. So that is going to end up being 54 grams per mole. That's the mass of that compound that aluminum is responsible for. Now I'm going to look at this 3, okay? Oops. Oh, I didn't know I could do that. Look at this 3 right there, okay? That 3 multiplies everything within the brackets 3 times, okay? So that means I'm going to have 3 carbons and 9 oxygens in there. Well, if I keep going, 3 carbons, the gram molar mass of carbon is 12. So that means those 3 carbons are going to add up to be 36 grams per mole. And oxygen has a mass of 16. So 9 times 16 turns out to be 144 grams per mole. All right. And now I come back to this. Well, that little dot means that this is a hydrate, and within the crystal lattice of the aluminum carbonate, 4 water molecules are going to always be there in that ratio. Well, what I need to do there is, okay, water weighs 2 grams for the hydrogens plus 16 grams per mole for the oxygen. So each water is going to weigh 18 grams per mole. All right? And so I have 4 H2Os. So that times the fact that each water is 18 grams tells me that there will be 72 grams from the water per mole. All I got to do is add that up. When I add it up, I'm going to get 306 grams per mole as the gram formula mass of that hydrate.